Welcome back, dear listeners, to Let's Read. It's Moonbeam here, ready to jump right back into the hilarious chaos of My Disciple Died Again. Last time, our techno-geek heroine, Zhu Yao, found herself in an ancient village, dealing with a surprise mother, terrifying jabs from Dr. Wang, and a very spoiled, very mouthy little boy. She ended chapter 1 by giving that little wimp a well-deserved spanking. What a way to make an entrance into a new world. Today, we're diving into chapter 2, the deity's disciple selection. And believe me, things are about to get even stranger and even more fun. So, Zhu Yao, still reluctantly chaperoning the now subdued little wimp, heads to the city. Along the way, she sees loads of excited villagers, all clutching their kids, buzzing about these deities and their disciple selection. Zhu Yao, ever the skeptic, just mentally applauds the frauds for their excellent marketing strategy. She's thinking, wow, these con artists really know how to pull a crowd. They get to the city gates, and it's a madhouse. So many people. Zhu Yao, fearing she'll lose the little wimp in the crush, grabs his hand. He grumbles a bit, but surprisingly lets her lead him. He's still sporting a mega frown, but hey, progress. They arrive at the selection venue and it's packed. In the middle, there's a huge stage with 4 guys in crisp white robes embroidered with cloud symbols. Very divine indeed. Zhu Yao silently gives them props for their professionalism. These aren't just random fraudsters. This is clearly an organization with uniforms and standards. She's definitely impressed by the showmanship, even if she thinks it's all a big scam. There's a massive queue of adults holding children, ranging from toddlers to half-grown kids. Most are under 10. Zhu Yao figures this must be the registration line. Even though she's not into obvious fraud, she promised Dr. Wang she'd do this, so she sighs and joins the back of the line. The little wimp, who was just frowning, is now full of anticipation, craning his neck to see what's happening. Kids and new things, right? Soon, one of the white-robed men on stage, a middle-aged guy, steps forward and clears his throat. He announces that the ancient hill sect takes disciples every decade, and today's the day. No gender or birthright restrictions, just step up and take the test. Zhu Yao is actually surprised. She expected a long, dramatic speech, but this guy is straight to the point. She's now genuinely curious about this arrogant fraud organization. First person, he calls out. A woman leads 2 small children forward. Another younger deity on stage waves his hand, and poof, a round crystal ball appears. The crowd gasps. The youth, stone-faced, tells the kids to put their hands on it. The kids are scared, but their mother pushes them forward, promising them prominence if they're chosen. They put their hands on the ball, but nothing. The middle-aged man shakes his head. No spirit veins. Next. The mother sighs, disappointed, but accepts it. But Zhu Yao has a moment. This scene, it's so familiar. Wait a minute, she thinks. Isn't this just like those Xianxia novels? You know, those cultivation stories where they're always testing for spirit veins? She thought she'd crossed into a peasant novel, condemned to a life of farming. But now it looks like she might be on a Xianxia route. But then she looks at herself, a 28-year-old adult, and then at all the little kids in line. Ugh, did I cross over too late? I can't compete with these little sprouts. Zhu Yao is already feeling disheartened. This is her first ever transmigration, and she's already depressed about her prospects. Hey! The little wimp tugs her hand. Zhu Yao, still lost in her self-pity about her beauty and age, asks what he wants. He points to the stage. Hurry, it's almost our turn. Zhu Yao realizes there's a big gap in front of them and quickly pulls them forward. The spirit vein tests go by fast, but most kids don't have them. No spirit veins. Next is the constant refrain. Only 3 or 4 kids have been selected so far, all with what they call tetra or penta spirit veins, and even those don't seem to impress the deities much. Next, calls the middle-aged man. up hobbles a kid covered head to toe in dirt, looking frail and dressed in rags, no adult with him. Clearly, he's a little beggar. The crowd recoils, pinching their noses, but the four white-robed men don't bat an eye. They've cultivated for years. They don't judge by appearances. They tell the little beggar to place his hand on the ball. The moment he does, the clear crystal ball starts glowing green, then golden. Metal and wood duo spirit veins. The three younger deities leap to their feet, their blank faces replaced with pure joy. A disciple with duo spirit veins this year, they exclaim. They're incredibly polite, telling the little boy to rest. He's guaranteed a spot in the intersect. The little beggar just nods, no excitement at all, as if he knew this would happen. Zhu Yao eyes him. There's just something strange about his calm demeanor. We're up next. The little wimp beside her is oblivious to Zhu Yao's musings, pulling her excitedly. Next, calls the man. It's our turn. The little wimp sprints onto the stage, fearless, and immediately places his hand on the ball. Zhu Yao looks at the little wimp, then at the calm little beggar. She finally gets it. Fewer spirit veins are better. If duo spirit veins are this amazing, what about a single spirit vein? Suddenly, a huge uproar erupts around her. The four white-robed deities swarm her, staring at the little wimp with disbelief. Heavenly spirit vein! The middle-aged man actually stutters. He practically snatches the child from Zhu Yao's hand, trying to lift him up. He's actually a fire heavenly spirit vein holder. Zhu Yao's eye twitches. Hey! What are you doing? She doesn't care if they're real deities or not. They're trying to kidnap her wimp. If she loses him, Dr. Wang will probably stab her to death. She yanks the little wimp back. Human traffickers, get away from him! The little wimp, clearly scared, burrows his face in her chest. The four men regain their composure. The middle-aged man steps forward, clears his throat, and explains, Miss, you've misunderstood. We were just too agitated. Your child possesses a heavenly spirit vein, something that appears only once in a million years. He explains that no one in the cultivation world has seen a heavenly spirit vein for thousands of years, and this child will definitely become a direct disciple of an elder. No wonder they were so excited. Zhu Yao's eye twitches. Your child? Did she really look like she could have a child this big? Considering ancient childbearing ages, she begrudgingly admits she probably does. He's not my child, she clarifies firmly. The middle-aged man looks at her suspiciously, as if she's the human trafficker. I was requested by his parents to bring him here, she snaps, inwardly calling them bastards. He finally nods, still a bit suspicious, and says, the child's talent is extraordinary. We'll stay for another day, giving the boy time to say goodbye to his parents. Zhu Yao thinks, no way am I leaving him here to be sold. She's determined to take him back to Dr. Wang immediately. But then the little wimp pops out from behind her. Deity, are you saying I have been selected? When the four men nod, he instantly breaks free from Zhu Yao's embrace, sprints happily to the other selected children, chirping, This is great! This traitor! Zhu Yao's face darkens, but at least they're staying another day. She'll just return him to Dr. Wang and wash her hands of this whole situation. She sighs, watching the excited little wimp chatting with the other children. Suddenly, the little wimp approaches her, pulling her hand. You don't have to be sad, he says. Don't worry, I asked the four uncles. They said I'm allowed to bring someone back to the sect, so I have forced myself to bring you along. Zhu Yao stares, completely stunned. This little wimp wants to bring her to the sect? When did he become so thoughtful? This just got a whole lot more complicated, or maybe a whole lot more interesting. Well. From a simple errand to a potential journey into a world of cultivation, Zhu Yao's life just took another unexpected turn, thanks to a tiny trader with a heavenly spirit vein. What will happen when our pragmatic, tech-savvy heroine finds herself in a sect full of deities and spiritual cultivation? And what exactly does forced myself to bring you along mean coming from that little wimp? Join me next time on Let's Read as we follow Zhu Yao's very unwilling but undoubtedly entertaining entry into the world of cultivation in My Disciple Died Again. Don't forget to subscribe and share if you're enjoying our little reading adventure. Until next time, keep those books open and your imaginations soaring. Bye for now.